On this adventure, we headed across state lines to Sedona, Arizona for a trip we had been planning for 2 months. We knew Sedona, Arizona was a very scenic place with all the red rocks, but we had heard there were some amazing trails out there that we needed to go check out. So along with some of our great friends, we packed up and headed out for a very long weekend of wheeling. Once everyone in our group made their way to Sedona, we all met for some good food, drinks, and a little camaraderie at the Sedona Pizza Company before we kicked things off the next morning. If you visit Sedona, I highly recommend making this a stop on your list. The next morning, bright and early, we met up at the Coffee Pot restaurant for breakfast, which came highly recommended. We aired down our rigs, did a quick gear check, and then had a short driver's meeting to discuss the day's plans and headed out for the trail. The first trail of the day was going to be Broken Arrow, which was just a few miles down the road. This was the one trail we were all most excited for.
That's an inside wall.
We're really enjoying Sedona and the area around here. Broken Arrow, I think, was one of our favorite trails because of the stair steps. That was a challenge.
We
down
went down and up and back down again.
Yep.
The scenery has just been awesome, but my favorite trail so far has been Broken Arrow and definitely the Devil's Staircase.
Yeah, I love Broken Arrow because I got some great pictures.
Sedona, favorite trail, Broken Arrow. Favorite obstacle, had to be Devil's Staircase, wet. That was pretty intense.
Fallen rig might not be good.
Broken Arrow Trail did not disappoint. This 3.8 mile long trail had some great obstacles at almost every turn, and the views of the red rocks all around never got old. As we made our way up to the top of the Devil's Staircase, our anticipation level started to climb a little, because with all the rain that morning, we knew we might have a bit of a challenge on our hands. Hit some. There you go. Devil's Staircase really is much steeper than it looks on camera for sure, but we all had a blast making our way down. However, there were a couple in our group that just had to see if they could make their way up, and without a doubt, watching Little Big Jeep hammer their way up might have been the highlight of the day.
We love Sedona because of Soldier's Pass and Broken Arrow and Devil's Staircase.
So far my favorite trip, trail of the trip has been Broken Arrow, and I liked the Devil's Staircase was my favorite part of it.
And I think my favorite part so far in Sedona has been the 7 pools that was on Soldier's Pass, and then there was a huge sinkhole that was really cool. We got some good footage of that and pictures of things we probably shouldn't have got pictures of.
People hanging on the edge of it, yeah. But, no, those were both really good trails. I liked them both, but still my favorite was Broken Arrow.
Broken Arrow is probably the most popular trail in Sedona, and we came across at least 15 guided jeeps along the way, but no worries, there were plenty of spots to pull off and we were all able to make our way around. As we made our way off the Broken Arrow, it was time to stop for lunch, soak in the surroundings, and get ready for Soldier's Pass, which was next on the agenda. The trailhead to Soldier's Pass was just a few miles down the road from Broken Arrow. This trail had a couple obstacles along the way, but they weren't really as difficult as Broken Arrow. But once again, amazing scenery around every corner. There are two must-see destinations along Soldier's Pass. The first one we stopped at was Devil's Kitchen, which is a massive sinkhole. And you need to really be careful because there's no rails. You gotta watch your step. It's a long way down. The second stop is the 7 Apache Pools, which really was a very cool spot, very remarkable little place in the middle of nowhere. On our third and last run of the day up Schnebly Hill Road, Mother Nature decided to turn on the waterworks. And I think everyone in our group agreed that this actually made the adventure going up much, much better because the waterfalls coming off the rocks just made it that much more scenic. This trail is easy and you really don't even need four-wheel drive. The gate was closed halfway through the trail, but no worries, the views at the spot were just breathtaking. You've got to go up this trail just to say you've done it.
So we're in Sedona because our buddy Brad invited us and a bunch of the people from the Jeep Club over here. We're having a great time on the trails. One of our favorite trails was Schnebly Hill.
It's a Jeep badge of honor.
It is a Jeep badge of honor, so you got to check that out. And it's amazing views up there. So make sure you bring some hiking boots. It's about 0.2 miles and a good camera. And you'll enjoy it. It's a great trail.
Well, I've liked every trail we've done in Sedona. They're all unique in their own way. But my favorite thing that I've done so far is that Robber's Roost hike that we did prior to everybody getting out on the Jeep trails. It was pretty interesting. It's a little cave.
My favorite part about Sedona so far has been the Devil's Staircase.
On day 2, we planned on running the Red Rock Powerline Trail and then take the optional offshoot Outlaw Trail, which had some ruins we were pretty excited to go check out. This trail is just over 30 miles round trip, and we expected it to take up much of the day, which it surely did. This trail is rated as difficult, but aside from a couple small obstacles that you would really just want to have high clearance for, it really wasn't that bad. From all the rain the night before, the mud was exceptionally thick, and I think just about everybody's tires were pretty gummed up, to say the least. You know, I like the mud, but we actually decided to go venture up Black Mountain to go take some pictures at the top there, and that was probably not a great idea because things got a little slippery on the way up. I didn't get to film much because there's a sheer cliff on one side and you're not hopping out of the Jeep, so you're just going to have to take my word for it. If you're going to go up there when it's dry. The Hononaki ruins at the end of the Outlaw Trail really exceeded all of our expectations. These ruins are dated back to the early 1100s, and to see so much of this cool structure still standing was just breathtaking. This is a must-see destination if you are in Sedona, and you can take a flat dirt road to get here, but I think the way we went, taking that Red Rock Powerline Road and going through that big adventure for the whole day, that is the best way to get there. I loved every minute of our adventure in Sedona, Arizona, and honestly, I can't wait to start planning another trip back because there's so many other trails that we didn't get to see. Hey, if you're visiting the channel for the first time, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can follow us along on our next adventure. Thanks for watching, guys.